Yo, what's going on everybody? It's your boy Potential Unleashed. We are back with another One Piece chapter review, One Piece chapter 1075, titled Labo Stradium Death Game, right? I think it's interesting, the cover page especially, because we know that one of the five grand elders, don't remember which one, I think it's great. I think they end up with Dragon Ball with Grand Elder, but they are meeting Vegapunk. They're like, yo, we heard about this Vegapunk guy. He seems really intelligent. We want to meet him. And so in a few chapters ago with Kizaru and one of the great elders, they're going to Egghead Island. He was like, yo, did you ever meet Vegapunk? And they're like, well, he said only one time, and this was the one time that he met him. Thought that was really interesting. Also, if you guys want regular anime content, regular One Piece content, One Piece chapter reviews, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, hit the notification bell. I would greatly appreciate it. We post content all the time. In the last chapter, there was a big explosion, and now some of the Stellas, they aren't coming in. They're like, communications down. They're taking out different Den Mushis, different cameras, and Stella 1 is like, oh shoot. Shaka's like, well, what the fluff is going on? You know, people please respond. And there's a shadowy figure that goes up to one of the cameras and destroys it. We know Luffy and Zoro in the last chapter were chilling, where Luffy, he gets up and he's like, yo, what the fluff? Like, I can't hear anything. Like, all communications are, you know, scattered, or shot. But why did I say scattered? I don't know. But the reason why this is very important is because the Strawhats, they're separated. Luffy and Zoro are chilling with Shaka and Lucci and Kaku, where the other Strawhats, they're out looking for Vegapunk. We cut to Nami, and she's like, yo, you know, she went out because she's looking for Vegapunk, but she's really looking for treasure. She's like, yo, look at these precious gems, like, we're gonna take them. And then he's like, one of the Stellas is like, well, one of the paths of Vegapunk is like, well, hold up, we're looking for Vegapunk, so I don't know what you're doing, but we're looking for Vegapunk, so you really shouldn't do this. And so, you know, Nami's with Brook, and apparently Vegapunk can make man-made diamonds, and so, or jewels, whatever they are, and that's pretty interesting, because Nami's like, well, I'm gonna take them, right? She's like, I'm gonna take all these, and, you know, Vegapunk's like, well, leave them here, and she leaves them there, but she's like, hey, we're gonna come back for this. Then we cut to Chopper and Robin's group. There with another path of Vegapunk, the fifth one, where this one was the one that got destroyed by Lucci, and apparently she can put her face or replace any part of her body whenever it's needed. So we know that she was really fluffed up, but now she's back to normal basically. And so Robin and Chopper, they're going, and apparently there is this type of organs that's inside of these test tubes called organelles, and apparently they're indispensable for doctors in the future, showing that you can actually grow new organs. And, you know, I wonder if Chopper's going to take them, or, you know, use them, or, I don't know, implement them in some way, because Chopper definitely wants to save all the cures, or cure all the diseases in the world. I think that's interesting, but I also find it funny, Robin has that dark humor. She was like, oh, well, I thought those were Vegapunk's organs, or someone cut them to pieces, right? I love Robin's dark humor. Luffy goes to Shaka and is like, yo, what the fluff is going on? And Shaka's like, yeah, I lost communication, you know, all this stuff is going on. That means there's definitely somebody else in the lab. I wonder who that could be. Jinbei, Stussy, and Sanji there together. Sanji's like, yo, you know, you get to try with us, you know. He said you were at Big Mom's party, said you could consider me a loyal dog. I find that funny. You know, Jinbei's being the dad of the group as well. But one thing I want to mention before I get to the next point, well, kinda, next group is Usopp and Frankie. I don't know, these groups are kind of interesting. I definitely think Jinbei and Sanji being the second and third, well, third and fourth strongest of the crew. I forgot about Luffy and Zoro. Them being the third and fourth, they definitely shouldn't be together. I think Robin and Chopper are fine together. I think the weakest group is probably Usopp and Frankie. Not Frankie, but Usopp's not necessarily the best, and his abilities like are better for him to snipe from long distance. And so I really think that either Sanji should have been with Usopp, or Jinbei should have been with him, and then the groups would have probably definitely been more even. And Stussy, she's already pretty strong as well. The fact that she has Sea Stone prison, and I don't know if she necessarily has a devil fruit, but, you know, she took out Lucci and Kaku. Granted, they were under the impression she was on their side, but still, I think that this group is definitely the strongest. And other ones are a little bit weaker. Nami's group is kind of weak as well, but she also has Zeus and Brook, he's no slouch either. But then we cut to Usopp's group, right? Really important part of the chapter. So the past that was with them, one of them, they are going and they see Pythagoras, he's on the ground. That's what happened in the last chapter where his head was blown off. I was like, oh shoot, that's really gory. Like One Piece doesn't really do stuff like that. And apparently his head is, well, it's off, but he's alive still, so that's a good thing. And then he said, well, it's my eyes wouldn't play tricks on me. And all of a sudden we see one of the seraphims, and this seraphim is taking out York. It is Boa Hancock's seraphim, and she takes out York, and she is frozen in, with stone. And we know that it's, any type of attraction to her whatsoever. So if you think that she's, if you think she's her sexually, which she's a kid, so most people are probably just thinking that she's cute, then they're going to definitely get turned into stone. And so the seraphims, they're attacking, which this is interesting because a couple chapters ago, I think it was chapter 1069, the seraphim order was the great elders. They were at the top. Then it was, think of it was Vegapunk, and then it was the Stellas. So think of Vegapunk and the Stellas, Vegapunk being 1A, and then the Stellas being 1B, and then after that was Cinnamara, and then after that was anybody that has the chip. So it's like, if they gain control of them in the recent chapters, why are they attacking them? Because we know that the seraphims that they were implemented with can do certain commands on their own, and so since these are like some of the most high-end pirates, you got Boa Hancock, Jinbei, you got Kuma, Mihawk, that, well, if they have at least a little bit of freedom of mind of their own, they're definitely going to attack in some way, shape, or form. The reason why this is interesting, we cut back to Luffy's group, and Zoro's like, yo, Luffy, give me a hand. And apparently S-Hawk and S-Bear, so Mihawk and Kuma's seraphims, they are there, attacking Luffy and Zoro. And so they go in and they have to save Shaka, they have to save Lucci and Kaku because they have Sea Prison Stone on them, and they dodge the sword slash and the beam attack. And so they're like, oh, getting ready to fight, where Lucci and Kaku's like, hey, unhand us, if you let's set us free, we'll be assisting y'all. And Luffy and Zoro's like, what? Like, they look so disgusted by that idea, and I don't blame them. Personally, I think Luffy and Zoro, are they gonna uncuff him? Probably, because the other seraphims definitely, Frankie's group with Frankie, Sanji, Nami, and Usopp, they struggle against Jinbei, so a mini Jinbei. Granted, I think that if Sanji went all out, Zoro went all out, Luffy went out, will it be, I don't necessarily know how strong these seraphims are, but I think, me personally, I think King of Hell Zoro, Gear 5 Luffy is definitely enough to defeat S-Hawk and defeat this Kuma. And because, especially for Zoro, if he plans on defeating Mihawk, his bounty's over 1 billion. Y'all don't see it because, well, Zoro's up top, but I have the new bounties. And so if Zoro can't defeat this mini Hawk, then he's nowhere near close to Mihawk's level. But the real question is, who is the one that's trying to kill all these people? Who's the one that these seraphims, losing control? Because I don't personally believe that Vegapunk would just go out of his way to try. I know he's missing, but he's not going to go out of his way and try to override these seraphims and try to get rid of the Straw Hats when the Marines are killing him. That doesn't make sense. And the Shakas, not the Shakas, the what is it called? The 6, we're gonna call them the Path of Vegapunk. I don't remember, the Stellas, right? I don't think they're doing that as well, because what purpose would that serve? And we saw them all here, just about. I'm pretty sure we saw every last one of the Stellas. So, and also CP0's taken, they're kidnapped. Cinnamaru's he's hurt. What else? The elders, they're not there. So who is this person that's making them lose their will? Like I said earlier, they probably just have a will of their own now, maybe like an iRobot type of thing. But also, who's the person that was destroying the factories and taking out the cameras? I think that, personally, if I had to pick, I think it's another seraphim that's let loose. If I had to pick one of them, I think it's Doflamingo. I really do, just because of how deadly and dangerous it is. Also could be the Blackbeard one or Crocodile, one of those three. But if I had to put money on it, definitely I'm picking Doflamingo. But let me know your guys' thoughts about this chapter in the comment section below. There's no break next week, so we'll be back next week doing this. I love the fact that Luffy and Zoro, they're about to go against S-Hawk and S-Bear. Hopefully, like I said, I hope that they don't uncuff Kaku and Lucci, even though I know they will, because Well, that's just how the One Piece story typically goes, but I think that Zoro and Luffy are enough. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Also, the notification bell so you guys never saw a new video from my Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok. So on the screen in the description below. Thank you guys so much for watching, and don't forget to unleash your potential.